Hi, guys. My name is Amaya, but I go by Maya. I'm a therapist. Yeah.
And he is. Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing this for like 6 months now, practicing in this field. I have an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's degree in psychology and counseling. So I think I'm pretty qualified to sit here and talk about these topics. So the name of this podcast is It's Just Fucking Therapy. And I came up with this about a year ago. I was sitting in my room and I was just like, I want to do a podcast. So that's where we're at with it. And the podcast just basically centers mental health, a lot of mental health coverage. So we'll just be talking about different topics and basically dissecting that and what that looks like for me, for my guest, and for you guys too. So I have the lovely Tiara here as my first guest. Tiara, do you want to introduce yourself to the people?
I'm Tiara. I'm her friend, her Arizona friend from Chicago, but Arizona friend. And I'm a mom. And that's a part of the reason I'm here, because I'm a mom, a young mom.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of other things too, but for right now, I'm just a mom, a young mom.
A young mom.
Yes.
Young and turned.
A young and turned young and lit mom. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Okay,
Very much
because being a mom ain't something nothing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. The ball is rolling.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little mom. But I'm here to support my friend, who I'm very proud of. Because it's just fucking therapy.
You know. So me and Tiara, we met like a year ago. Back in like April. It's about to be a year. Yeah. We met online, y'all. Yeah. You're not really supposed to
very
meet
ghetto
people online.
Facebook.
Yeah. We joined a black women's like link up meet type of group thing.
The Arizona one.
And me and Tara, we was on the same type of time. It was like, you from Chicago?
Okay,
Chicago.
I was clicking on all the profiles.
We about to be friends.
I said, she from Chicago? I thought she got a degree? I said, yep, that's my type of vibe right there.
And then we kind of like planned a little brunch date.
Yeah, and it was so cute.
We've been close since. Like I'm always with her at her place with her child.
And my baby loves her.
So
literally, that was the okay right there.
Yeah, I know. When the baby gave me the love,
like
when he gave me the little arm reach.
When a baby like you, that's what it is right there. I'm like, oh, you could stick around.
I'm like, I'm goated in.
You gang for real.
I could come over. But yeah, it's been so fun just having you around, you and your baby in my life. So really glad that we've curated this friendship and this bond. And I appreciate you being here because we got some things to discuss.
And do.
So Tiara, tell me, what is it like being a young mom?
What is it like being a young... Let me tell you. It ain't no amount of TikToking, book reading, YouTube watching, shadowing in real life that could prepare you for being a parent. Okay? Now, mind you, I wasn't prepared to be a parent. I was very underprepared to be a parent. I didn't start preparing to be I didn't see my son on the sonogram for the first time until I was like 4 months pregnant. I was like, oh my God, that's when it hit me for real. Like, you about to be a mom. And so, like, for that I only really have 5 months to prepare. Like, oh, you about to be a mom. Like, your life is about to change for real. Yeah. Like, everything's about to be different for you. So I'm not gonna lie, I dreaded the thought of being a parent. Like, my mom growing up, she was the don't get pregnant, don't have no babies type of parent. Like, don't bring no babies in this house type of parent. If you have a baby, your life is over with. That was her. If you have a baby, it's cut. Your life's not about you anymore. So I was dreading being a mom. But then, like, when they laid that baby on my chest, it's like the whole world fell behind me. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is my child. This is my son. I love you. Everything's about you now.
So did you experience, I see or hear like a lot of moms, they always get that like weird realization feeling like, I am a mom. Like,
I say that every day.
Oh my gosh.
Every time you came out of me. Yes. It's like, I be looking at him like, you're my whole child.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot go give you, you're not my little brother. You're not my cousin.
Yeah.
I can't go give you back to your parent. It's me. I'm the parent. Like, oh my God, you're mine. I say that every single day because I'm still baffled. You know, he's only 1 year old. So it's like, he's gently used. You know what I'm saying? He's been here for a little moment. But it's like, oh, we got so many more years to go, but
Yeah.
I'm supposed to keep you alive. And that really baffles me to this day. I don't see how I'm doing it. Just day by day.
Is it hard?
Some days are easier than others. I will say that. Like, some days it's like, okay, you miss your old life. You miss waking up when you want to and going to sleep when you want to. And then there's so many moments. Like, kids are such precious little beings. Some days it's like, okay, what would I do without my son? Like, what would I be doing right now? Because my life revolves around him. Like, everything literally is about him.
Wait, so are you one of the ones when you go to the bar or the club and you scrolling, looking at pictures of your kid? Like, I can't wait to go back home.
I be like, no, and when I'm gone, typically when I'm gone, he's with his father. So it's like his father, as soon as I walk out the house, it's a picture or a video. He's texting me or sending me, like, to update me. This is what your son's doing. Your son's eating. Your son's laughing. He's fine. He's alive. So it's like, I don't get a chance to miss him ever because it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting updates right now because his dad's letting me know he's alive and well. And I just be like, oh, he's eating right now. Oh, he's sleeping. I love sleeping. I love cuddles. Like, I be like, oh, I kind of miss him. And he is the most adorable little thing in the world. So it's like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home to my baby and go to sleep next to my baby. That's my favorite time, is when he's asleep and quiet.
Yeah.
And
not
cute.
torture.
Yeah, like when he's cute and quiet.
House.
Yeah, like that's my favorite time with him.
Okay.
But it does get hard.
Okay.
It gets mentally taxing for sure, especially when you aren't surrounded by, like, because you know we from Chicago, so all the family back home, the village is at home.
Yeah.
The village not in Arizona, so it's like all of it, majority of it falls on me.
Yeah.
Most of the time, because his dad works 24/7. He works 7 days a week, so it's like I pretty much am in mom mode 24/7. So where y'all see me, y'all see that baby. Like, we are a package deal. You want me to come out? Cree coming out too.
He has attended so many brunch lunch,
okay, he is
little outings with us, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay. And I feel like a lot of women don't have that type of specific support. It's, oh, you bringing a baby, or you don't have no sitter, and it's just
like
I get that. Girls' night should be girls' night. You know, you are deserving of your free time, or the time to yourself, and that's just not always the instance.
It's
like
not.
it doesn't work like that. And I'm glad that you've had people around, or continue to have people around that are okay with that. Because
are like that.
I'm like that. I'm so warm and welcoming. I'm like, okay, yeah, come on, like,
that's how we link. You like, like the baby coming, the baby could come. I'm like, okay, as long as the baby can come, I'm there. If he could come, you will see me there.
And it's that understanding aspect too. Like, if I know that I'm in a position where I don't have children and I can up and go and you can't, we got to meet somewhere and make accommodations. So I'm always at your house because I'm okay with that. I enjoy spending time with you, but that also means I get to see your baby too.
Yes.
So it's like, it's just that balance.
Yeah. He love when y'all come over. He be like, hey.
He smile now. I'm like, I get a
you.
Because I used to get the shoulder turn.
He used to be like,
yeah, I'm
like, okay. Then
like,
he'll warm up like,
I'm like, don't.
Now he like, oh my God.
Don't do me. Yeah.
Come here, girl. Let me show you my toy and take your chips. Like, he like, you got snacks.
Yeah.
I like you.
What am I? Second shift, third shift?
But yeah, he like, okay, like, what's up? All you high yellows around here. Like, where y'all at? Yeah. I love that. Like, all of my friends have been so supportive out here, especially. Like, I don't have one friend who hasn't been like, oh, like, leave that baby at home. Like, it's always, bring Cree. Where's Cree? I want to see Cree.
Yeah.
Even when I was just talking to my friend, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come see you in Miami or whatever this summer. She's like, is Cree coming?
Yeah, a lot of people,
like, now?
They don't have that. And I see that. I see so many posts where it's like, young moms, they're like, my friendships have changed, the dynamics of that. Like, nobody wants to link up with me. Nobody wants to be around anymore.
People be turning fake and stuff. I hadn't experienced that. And for that, I'm blessed. I'm forever grateful, because I do see a lot of posts like that where it's like, okay. But then again, I never was now I'm young and turned now. I am young and turned.
Let the people
Girl,
know.
I am young and turned, but I was never like the, in the clubs, going out drinking, smoking, like
Doing that
super duper duper
anyway.
duper turn. Yeah, like
Okay.
that was never my life before
Okay.
having a kid. So it's like I didn't have friends who was always at the club every
Right.
single weekend. Like, oh, you want to come out? Like, let's go drink. Like that was never me. So it's
Yeah.
like my friendships weren't affected because we was
Okay.
all like homebodies anyway. Like our idea of going out is, oh, let's go out to dinner.
Yeah, something
Yeah, like
cute.
something cute and laid back and chill.
Yeah.
Like, let's go out to dinner. Let's go get a
Yeah.
drink. Like, let's do this, that, and the third. It was never like, okay, we about to go get
Fucked
fucked up.
up.
Yeah, fucked
Well,
up.
yeah.
Like, it was never that type of vibe. So
Yeah.
it's like, I have a couple of friends who have had children after me.
Okay.
And like, they definitely, during their pregnancies, I saw them go through that. Like,
Mhm.
oh, damn, like all my friends are outside right now. Like they at the club. They, bottle girls. They
Yeah.
dancers. They this, that, and the third. And I can't hang because I'm pregnant, or I can't hang because I got this newborn. And that made me kind of sad for them because it's like, oh man, I didn't experience that. Like my best friend was my rock throughout my pregnancy. All of them through and through. If I was sad, because I went through prenatal depression. So if I was sad, if I was depressed, if I was going through a rut, it's nothing she could say or do. She would just literally force me to go outside. Like, oh, okay, let's go up to Tempe Marketplace. Let's walk around. Let's go get some food. Let's go get some nectar or something like that. Like she would just force me to go
Something
outside.
just to get
Yeah,
out. 'Cause
like
we
just
gotta be
to
in
get
the
some
sun. We gotta
air
be
and stuff. She
out.
like,
Yeah.
like, cause it may not be nothing I can say to you right now that can make you feel better. I don't know what you're going through, but I want to go through it with you. Like I
Right.
want to be there for you as your friend, as your sister. Like I want to be your village, a part of your village. So it's like I didn't have that like feeling of loneliness because I had so many people who was flying out here, going back home,
Yeah.
and I'm definitely blessed because that kept me afloat. Because I would definitely feel like I was drowning under.
Right.
When I was
Yeah.
pregnant, I'm like, I don't know how I'm about to be a mom. I used to wake up every day like I'm about to be a mom, a whole madre.
I think the supportive village is so
It's
needed.
key.
Whether that is the child's father,
Mhm.
mom, dad, your
Mhm.
siblings, because it won't look the same for every
Mm-mm.
individual. Some people don't have their
Yeah,
child's father
family. Mhm.
involvement. So that can look like different things for
Different
many
people.
different people.
And that's why I tell people, like, when they ask me, because since I'm the first one out of all my friends to really have a child, aside from my friend who I call like my sister, she had twins way back when. But out of my friend group, everybody be like, now when they get pregnant, it's like they come to me like, so should I keep it? Like, what's your
Yeah.
experience like being a mom? And I'll be telling them straight up, let me ask you let's get a full 360. Let's get the full picture. Because I'm not going to lie to you. If you don't have the support, if you don't have the love, if you
The
don't have the peace,
finances,
yes, if you don't
too.
have, if you're not comfortable where you are in life right now, adding a whole human being to your plate is not going to make your life better. Like, it's going to
Girl,
make it
'cause
so much harder.
Don't have no kids slip out of your mouth like, and you be like,
Don't have one.
baby on your hip. Maya,
Don't have one.
kids.
Don't have
no
one.
kid.
Because
Yeah.
your whole, like, it's like, no matter how much support you have, that's still your kid at the end of the day. Like, that has to be your priority. Like, you could pick up and go to Miami, go to Greece right now. I got this kid. Like, what I'm gonna do with this kid? I have to figure out where this kid is gonna go first. And it's like, that, even though I love my son so much, love him more than life itself, that is an inconvenience at times. Like, you can't kick it the way you used to kick it before you have a child. Like, your child comes first. So I be telling y'all, like, I'm gonna warn you now, like, and especially when it comes to who you have your kid with.
Oh,
That's the biggest thing, because I'm telling y'all, you have a kid with the wrong person, it will set you back years. And I see it every day, like the struggle that some of my friends go through because their children's fathers aren't as helpful financially. They don't see that father. Their children's father don't see them, like, or they're in different states, or they're doing this, that, and the third. And like, that hurts my heart for them, because like, sometimes I have to count my blessings that my situation isn't perfect, but I don't have the worst co-parent in the world. Like, I be looking at some people like, shit.
Back scrolling and shit like that.
Oh shit, let me just go ahead and be quiet because shit, I ain't like that. Like it ain't perfect now.
Yeah.
But it ain't
So
awful.
do you feel like, and I had to ask this question to some mom friends, and when I asked, I had to like basically ask in a way where it didn't come off as offensive, but I want to ask you as well. Do you feel like you don't really know the person that you're conceiving a child with until the child is born?
Absolutely.
Because I heard they could do like a whole little 180 color show, and it's just
absolutely
a shit show from there.
Man, look, you really don't know somebody until you live with them and until you have a kid with them.
I said
that's
live with
the
too.
thing. Live and have a kid. That will truly show you. That'll turn it up. Make it spicy. That they say like most relationships, mind you, me and my son's father weren't in a relationship throughout my pregnancy. Okay. So they typically say when you are in a relationship, I've seen most of the people who are in relationships when they had their kids, they are not with their co-parent anymore. They're not with their significant other anymore. So a child changes the full dynamic of a relationship. And that's why I be telling people, like, before you decide first, especially if you're not married, like you're not looking to get married, you're not engaged, before you make this very permanent decision, because you could always get a divorce. You can't get his baby back. Like, this baby is a lifelong commitment. Like, this baby's going to be here forever. So before you make this very permanent decision and having a child with somebody, like, really, really look, like, ask the questions. I feel like when we start talking to people, we start dating people, we don't ask questions like that. You know, one day you just pop up pregnant. It's like, oh, okay, like, we're going to do this. Like,
it's just love bombing. You just jump right into that aspect.
In the honeymoon stage. Like, you may not like how this person wants to raise their children. You may not like, people don't talk about religion. People don't talk about health, vaccines, all of that stuff. You don't ask, do you have a sickle cell trait? Like, that stuff you need to know. What's your blood type? Yeah. Like, that's shit you need to know before you have a kid. Does any diseases run in your family? That's stuff that people don't ask before they have kids. But you genuinely might not. Like, me personally, I said I will never whip my son. And that's something that me and his dad thankfully agreed on. We won't be aggressive towards him or whatever. That's not the way that we want to go. But it's people out there who be like, yeah, I feel like whippings is necessary. Like, a child needs to be beat in order to get them together. Yeah. And I'm not going for none of that. So, like, that's where people it starts to be a disconnect. Yeah. And I was thankful because originally when I found out I was pregnant, and it was like, okay, I'm keeping it. It's happening at this point. Like I said, me and my child's father, we weren't together. Things were really, 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 really rocky. Like the rockiest of the rocky.
Heavy on the really.
Heavy on the real rocky. Like, imagine the rockiest thing you could think of right now. It was rockier than that. I'm going to tell you that right now. It was rocky. My gosh. So it was like I was dreading it. I'm like, you know what? Like, we wasn't talking. We weren't on speaking terms. And it's like, I really had to prep myself for, okay, I'm about to be a single mom. Like, my son might not even have his father in his life. And that alone, being pregnant, is heartbreaking when you feel like, okay, like, I'm really going to have to step up. Like, my life is going to change forever, just me. And I have to find a way to provide everything for this child, especially extra love, extra nourishment, because the other parent may not be there. So, thankfully for me.
So how did you get to that point from the lack of support or not full support to where you're in a position where y'all are co-parenting?
What had happened was I went into labor and I called him and he answered. And this at 5 a.m. I called him, he answered. Didn't expect that, because if not, I was going to call my best friend. She was around the corner or whatever. And I told him I'm in labor. And he came. And from there, it was like, we locked in now. Like, okay, like, he was there. And he just, like, stepped into, like, his dad mode. Like, okay, like, my child is here. And it's time for me to, like, get my shit together. Like, it's time for me to be a grown man. And I'm not going to abandon you and my kid. So, like, that now, ever since then, he been there ever since. It ain't been easy.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you manage the low points then?
Ooh, I don't know. You be the... Shit. We be hitting low often. It be low. Like, but like, one thing about it, I would never, ever publicly. Right. Publicly. Look.
Come to the crib if you really want to know what's going on.
Real tea. But I would never, ever publicly degrade, disrespect, down talk my son's father, because at the end of the day, I feel like men are slow in general. So it's like it takes them a while to catch up or to catch on to what's right and what's wrong. But I also feel like it's a stigma around mom's supposed to do everything. Like, okay, mom is the sole provider. Like, you go to mom for everything, and as a dad, I'm supposed to foot the bill. And I be having to let him know, no, like, that's, your son needs your emotional support. Like, it's easy to cut a check. It's easy to buy some diapers. It's easy to pay a bill.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easy part of it. I would love
to just be in that position, to
spend
just
some
do
money.
that. Yeah.
Okay, like, that sound lit to me. Like, oh, I get to go to work.
Yeah.
You want some Pampers, son? I'm gonna get you some Pampers. I buy all the groceries in the house. I will buy the clothes, the toys, whatever. And then I'm just gonna do me. That sound lit to me. That don't sound like no real responsibility. But the emotional aspect of it, like okay, my son's crying. I have to figure it out. My son's trying to teach him how to walk, trying to just figure out what's going on with him, like, entertain him all day long, and they clingy. And I'm not a very affectionate person, so having a child it's softened me up, because it's like, okay, like, I have to be soft for this little person. I can't be a bitch. Like, it's like, I can't be like, oh, get off of me.
It seems like a lot of sacrificing,
yes,
and selfless moments.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you co-parenting with somebody, sometimes you have to take your emotions out of the situation, because it becomes like, okay, you pissing me off. Like, you pissing me off. I want you out my face. But it's like, is that what's best for my child in this moment? Probably not. Like, but it's like, sometimes I get caught up in, I am the selfless one out of the two of us, and he's more of the selfish one, because, he's just thinking like, oh, I'm just dad. Like, the baby needs you the most. You the one who been breastfeeding him, and you've been holding him down and stuff. Like, so my son's the most attached to me, but I tell him, like, he's only going to be super duper attached to you if you're present. You have to be here. It's not just like, oh, okay, he's crying, let me hand him off to mom. Okay, he needs to stand a third, let me hand him off to mom. Like, he needs to know, like, okay, dad is also my safe space. Like, I can rely on dad as much as I can rely on mom.
And you don't want that aspect of it where it's like, my dad was here, he was around, but he wasn't here.
Yeah, like, he wasn't present. He wasn't emotionally available for me. Like, it was my mom. And I don't want my son seeing, like, I always say, I want my son to see that it was his mom who was breaking her back, making shit shake for him. Like, it needs to be 50-50 for real.
Equal weight being pulled.
Definitely, at all times. And when he's low, or when he's not pulling his weight, I will pull the weight for him. And when I don't feel like it, I need him to also cover my back. And we're still trying to come to this co-parenting terms.
Because I was going to say, what's the communication aspect? Because
it's some messy shit that go on with being a co-parent. I'm going to tell you that, especially when the shit starts off messy, the messiness drags. Yeah. Okay? Like, it's sometimes just like the communication is awful. And I'm going to be completely transparent. I have just an awful mouth. Just an awful mouth. Like, and a really short temper. I be 0 to 50,000, just
soon
like
as you
that.
Give me
like,
that phone, I'll be like,
y'all, you be seeing,
I be like, oh, you snap. You snap.
Like, I just be, and my son father really not the type, like, he's argumentative, he petty. He more petty than he is anything. Like, but he's not like the calling me out my name. Like, he really don't do the back and forth often. Like, oh, I'm about to sit up here and disrespect her. Like, he's not that type. But he will walk away before he do anything, which thank God he is like that. But when I get irritable when it comes to our son, it's like, okay, then I start getting mouthy. Like, the communication goes out the window. It's like, okay, now I'm seeing red, and now I'm about to treat you. You're a clown. That's how I be for real. Like, you are a clown.
No, you
like,
do be talking like that too.
I do. And so I'm like, you know what? On my behalf, I like simmer down. Like, I be like, I have to work on that. Not everything needs such a turned up ass reaction.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
It does not. And especially, you have to respect your co-parent. You have to respect your co-parent. Don't follow in my footsteps. Like, I just have a temper problem overall.
It's so easy to be ruled by that surface layer emotion, which is anger.
Yep. It's
because
easy
we're not
to be
able
angry.
to express the underlying emotion, which could be hurt, pain, resentment.
It could be all of those things, especially as a mother. I'm sure so many mothers can relate. men's lives don't change as much as a woman's life does. I carried this baby for all of these months. My body has changed. My mind, your brain changes when you have a child. Like my mind has changed. It's like I breastfed, so it's like I have that aspect of it. I can't just get up and go outside when I want to. Men get up and go. Like they be like, all right, I'll be back. Yeah. And like that's that's something that I have felt I've resented my son's father for, because it's like, okay, like nothing in your life changed. Like I pretty much made all of these sacrifices and this, that, and the third. And sometimes he's understanding, sometimes he don't get it. Sometimes he just like, I don't really see what the big deal is. And it's like, I'm the one who's here with this child all the time. You don't have to ask me permission to go to the bathroom. You don't have to ask me like, oh, could you watch Crease so I could run to the store real quick? Like you don't have to ask me to do anything. I have to ask you to watch him so I could take a shower. You don't gotta ask me to watch him to go wash your behind. Like it gets frustrating sometimes.
So the communication aspect of that is not the strongest.
It's not all the time. It depends. No, not right now. Absolutely not.
You like it depends. No,
not right now. Right now, you know, some days we are okay. Some days that's the homie. Like some days we can kick it. We can laugh. Kiki, we have a great co-parenting relationship.
Not Kiki.
You know, something. You know, we be like cousins. That's how we be in the house, laughing and stuff. Like
I heard a lot of people be like, I look at my baby daddy like my little brother.
Yeah, now. That's really how I be. You know, that's the homie. But it's other days where it's like, all right, you my enemy. Today you my enemy, and I don't like you. Get out my face. All right, like you dragging it. That's why I tell him today, you dragging it. Like okay, like don't piss me off. I'm about to go do a podcast right now.
Girl,
don't
my
piss
favorite
me
line.
off.
Don't piss me off.
I'm trying to get in my zone, and you bringing out the negative energy, and I got a sage burning co-parent. You are the bad vibes, sir. Like that, he's telling you, you are the negative energy, sir. Okay, don't be burning no sage around me. It's you, not me. But like sometimes we laugh, like we go in and we go at each other's throats a lot. But at the end of the day, that's my son's father, and he gonna always be gang. We gonna always be family, and that's how I try to look at it. At the end of the day,
that's
we will
good.
always
and I
be
think
family.
A lot of people miss that component. Like no matter what. Regardless of our relationship status, it's
we
still
family. You know,
me,
what I'm
you,
saying?
and
like,
this baby, like
against the world. Like at the end of the day, no matter what happens, and Lord knows things do happen. It's like I have to brush it off. Like we have to find a way to get over it. Like I may not like you today. I may not like you this month, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna keep your child from you. I'm not going to stop you from being a parent, the best parent that you could be, regardless of how I feel. And you know, you get petty and you be like, you know what? You can't see my son. Yeah. Like I'm about to leave.
You pulled a couple of those.
I've definitely pulled a couple of those, but you know it lasts all of 20 minutes because it's never been a time where I'm like, yeah, no.
But for some women, it really is.
Yeah, no. Like some women, I be telling my son's father, you need to be blessed and lucky
because it's
women who be like,
yeah.
Okay, you done pissed me off. You not seeing her for 2 weeks.
And
like that's how they
go.
be.
Chicago Facebook then went up. He like,
okay,
you won't let me see my son.
Like this goofy ass bitch won't let me see my son. None or whatever. Like I'm just trying to motherfucking take care of my son. Yes, he ain't never gonna get on social media and play with me like that. Like he ain't never. Like that's. I be looking like, you know what? Let me relax for real because you ain't never gonna get on social media and say I was the reason. I was keeping you from your son. Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Some people really do have it worse. When
no,
you take
some
yourself
people do.
out of your own perspective of it.
Anytime somebody vent to me about how they not getting child support, how they kid's father won't buy Pampers for the baby, don't want to send them no money. Like put the money on a gift card because I don't want to send. I don't want you to have the money or whatever. Like I don't want to go half on this for our child because I'm mad at you. Like. And it pissed me off like real bad because it's like at the end of the day, take your emotions out this shit. Like this is about what's best for the kid. It's really not about my emotions. It's not about your emotions. It's about this baby's emotions. This baby needs all the support they can get. It's not about, it could be fuck you. You know, if it's fuck me, it's fuck me.
And couples or co-parents, they can't differentiate that because it's always a portion of we need to work on us and what we got going on still while trying to focus on this.
Hard. Like it's especially when you have feelings for that person or you have any type of like leftover love, romantic involvement with that person, especially for y'all co-parents that are still sleeping with each other. I'm sure them lines are blurry. Okay.
Yeah.
When it's like, okay, now you want to piss me off because I'm mad about this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Like, things can get murky and muddy. Like, I've seen it. I've been through it. I've seen it with other people. But it's like, I literally try to keep okay, at the end of the day, this is my child's father.
The focal point is always back to that. And the baby.
It sucks sometimes because it's like you could be hurt going through it and you have to look the hurt in its face because we got this kid together at the end of the day. And it's hard to heal from certain situations if you have to look what hurt you in the face all the time. But you have to keep your chin up, chest out. Yeah. And you got to get the job done at the end of the day because you family. Like, you have to find... And I always said that I wanted to be close, cool, cordial, because I always wanted to do holidays. Like, no matter what, if we together or not, we need to do holidays together. Like, our child needs to see that mom and dad, you know, we a team. Yeah, like it's nothing but laughs and a good vibe around us. Like, that's what I want my son, no matter what, to grow up and say, like, okay, like, my parents, like, they cool. They always been cool my entire life. No matter the terms, no matter the situation, they gonna show up for me. Both of them are gonna show up for me. So that's just important. People need to focus on that. Yeah. Like, be a good role
like you
model.
said, a lot of them can't if they're having sex, if they're still, you know, we can work on us, we can repair this, we can fix this. And it's like,
some shit can't be fixed. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. Let it go.
And that shouldn't be the primary focal point right now.
Nope.
But you know, people our age, that's what they do. Is
even
older
young
people too, but that's what they do at our age.
Definitely older people, especially from the city we from. Y'all be petty on that damn Facebook now. Yeah. But like, you know, I choose to keep everything off social media. I don't have that problem, the social media problem. I've never posted my child. Most people don't know I have a child. So this podcast will probably be my coming out party because people don't know I am a mom. So I don't post family. I don't post my personal life on social media. So I don't have to worry about the tagging and the back and the forth and all of that stuff, which is important. Keep y'all fucking business off social media. That's the major thing. Keep stop subtweeting and sub-posting and Instagramming your baby mothers and your baby fathers.
The real deal right here.
Yeah, like, do not do it. Let it go, okay? Because I see that shit all the time. The tweets and the going back and forth and the doing shit for the gram. Like, keep that shit off social media. It's lame as hell, to be honest. But aside from that, nobody needs to know your business because some of the problems is y'all be going to social media and then next week, oh, I'm laid back up with my baby daddy.
They're laughing at you.
Yeah, like, we judging you. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
I'm laughing.
I ain't gonna lie. When we get together, we pull these phones out.
We be talking shit.
We're laughing.
We are judging you. We are judging you.
Like, damn, did you see
the way that he touched you? Like, how you gonna let this man call you a stupid, goofy, dumbass bitch? And you ain't call this nigga a deadbeat, dumbass. You don't take care of your kid. You don't buy him no diapers, but y'all laid up and y'all back together now. Like, have some decorum.
In the close friends. You're not slick.
Like, I am judging you and I'm swiping up. Okay, just believe that. I have some comments.
Yeah, if it's somebody
some questions
I'm close with
yeah,
like and good friends with, I'm definitely gonna be like,
the good friends,
baby. The morals
together.
Pick them up. Get them up.
Stand up.
Get them up the floor.
Like,
get
please, have some fucking
pick
decorum.
them up.
Have some decorum. That's how I feel. I can't lie to my friends. Like, have some. Nah, I let my friends be a little delusional, not a lot of delusional though. Like,
yes, because we love to be a little
delusion is good for the soul. A lot of delusion is bad for your mental health.
Yeah,
and possibly bad for your life.
Because I know it's like a lot of people joke about that. Like, I'm so delusional, or like I'm really delusional over him, over her, and they're like, it's cute. It's funny. Cute. It's funny.
Nice
it's cute. But you like that in real life?
All right, I'm scared.
But go talk to the lady, not me.
You need to sit on this couch.
Not me.
Right,
go talk to the lady.
Not you for real, because she gonna hurt your feelings. Yeah. She gonna hurt your feelings.
Especially if I don't know you. That's why I love being a young therapist and still a part of Gen Z, because I'm not, my practices, it doesn't entail sugarcoating or just kind of telling you what you want to hear or what the white man wrote in this book. Okay. I'm not like that.
She gonna keep it real deal Holyfield with you.
I'm gonna educate you. I'm gonna help you, but
we gonna get it together.
But
you might not like it.
I'm not tiptoeing around your feelings.
Absolutely not.
If that's what you
want, that's not what the fuck you come to therapy for.
Go to your friends, baby. Go to your friends.
And one thing, and if your friends is not being honest with you and keeping it real with you, get some new friends. Because me and my friends, we may butt heads, but honesty is well needed.
Yeah. And I get the blind leading the blind, because sometimes I might tell you go do that, and I'm doing it.
We are blind leading the blind sometimes.
Overall, like long term, it shouldn't be that. It definitely shouldn't be that.
No, absolutely not. And I know that when I come to y'all and I tell y'all whatever it is, whatever drama's going on in my life, y'all not gonna steer me in the wrong direction. No. Y'all not gonna be like, y'all gonna be like, okay, bitch.
Yeah.
That was some, you was wrong now. That's what you need. Yeah, like, and that's how it's supposed to be. Because it's like right or wrong, I'm going to roll out with you regardless. Yeah. It don't matter. I'm going to burn the city down behind you, but you wrong. I'm
going to check you behind closed doors. But right now, yeah.
I'm going to roll out with you. Like what they say, if my friend fighting somebody... line them up. Whoever came with her, line them up. That's how it's gonna be. But I appreciate the honesty that I've always gotten from you, from other friends, just like about everything, especially when it comes to that man. Not
the lip smack on it. Wait.
When it comes to that man, y'all. When it comes to my co-parent. You know, it's always great to have perspective.
Yeah, because you want that genuine, authentic support where it's like, you know, I feel for you, I get it, I understand. But if we aren't in positions to hold ourselves accountable, we need the support to do so. Somebody got to do it for us until we're able to do it ourselves.
Absolutely. So that's why
I'm glad that we have that in our relationship, our bond. It's all right now, bitch.
Like, okay, you was wrong.
All right, but
that was a little much.
It was funny.
It was. We got a little kiki on it. Okay, you ate that bitch up.
not too much next time.
Like next time, how about you don't give this your energy? And you know, Maya send you a really long message, like pretty much telling you, like, all right, I'm about to hurt your feelings just a little bit because I need to be 100% honest and transparent with you about how I feel this situation is gonna go. And it's like, oh, that may hurt my feelings a little bit, but you're right. Yeah, you know, it's needed
because if women or even men, you got people in your corner in your life that's yes men. Yeah, like, nope. Go beat her ass. Yeah, he was wrong, she was wrong. Like, granted, that might be the case in this given moment, but let's remove ourselves from it. Let's take a step back. Where did I go wrong in a situation as well? Yeah. I ain't had to say I was gonna whoop your ass and drag you all up and down.
Yeah, I said I was gonna stomp you the fuck out. I said your
like
ass and lost it, and I'm about to drag your ass up and down, hostage. Like that's what I had said.
I said it, and I probably didn't have to say that. But
you knew. It's so many times I've been like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. That was unnecessary. That was it.
But reading back on them paragraphs, you know, I snapped.
I did.
I snapped.
Every time. I be eating these bitches. I be like, I be eating these bitches. I be happy too. I be sitting there reading that
like going back reading it 2-3 times. Like, hold on,
you did that, bitch.
You really snapped.
You got nay ass. Okay,
you really snapped.
And it's like, what can you say? Then I be like, let me not snap no more though.
And I be like, I wouldn't want nobody to say no shit like that to me.
Okay,
girl, I'm quick to.
That's when I realized it's me. I am the problem.
And that's some good accountability though, because if we get in a position where we like, okay, bitch, you really just turned up. Like, you're mean as
like
fuck.
You are. Like, am I the drama? I'm not the drama. Like, I'm the villain. Am I? Like, I am the fucking villain. Like, that's.
But I get it. It's hard because women, they want to, it's this ego thing. It's I got one up on you. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. And it's so hard to not engage in it because our initial reaction is to
think they got one up on me.
Yeah, like
your initial reaction is to bark and bite.
Now I gotta prove you wrong.
Yeah, like now and really, and one thing I'm gonna tell you, young ladies, you young women out here, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody ever. Never, ever, never, never, ever, ever. Don't let no man, woman, dog, cat, it don't matter what the hell it is. Don't let nobody get you out your body. Like, I got a real bad habit of letting somebody get me out my body because it's like, oh, okay, now I got to show you. I don't have to show you shit.
I like that self-awareness because a lot of people have not developed that skill yet, where we step back and we like, okay, I play a role into this too.
by
it might be
entertaining it.
your
Like,
action, but it's also
my reaction. Yeah,
to
like, and
your
some shit
action.
really
Yeah.
don't. Some shit you gotta keep it player. Like, this don't deserve my energy. Like, why am I even feeding into this or bringing stooping down to this level?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I'm better than this.
But sometimes
You gotta stoop down to a bitch level.
y'all be asking for
I
it.
be trying.
Y'all
I'm
be
trying to live a
asking for
soft
it.
girl
Yeah.
lifestyle. I'm trying to pretend I'm not from the city of Chicago and I didn't grow up aggressive.
But you're doing so much better. Like these last few times that I've been at your house and just the conversations we've had, and you
I
like
ain't trying. I'm
no, I
trying
ain't
to.
say
I'm a work
nothing.
of. I'm a work in progress.
You'll be like, it is what it is. I ain't
And
saying nothing.
it's
And I'm
giving
like,
very. It is what it is. Like sometimes you really do. Like one day you wake up and you just get tired of the bullshit. It's like, okay, I'm better than this. Like I don't.
that breaking point.
In the words of my good sis Alana, you can't argue with the delusional or the demented. Like, and it's at one point, it's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You really like that.
Yeah, like,
you
oh,
need
yeah.
help for real.
You
need
not
help
wrapped
for
too
real.
tight,
Yeah.
honey. Like, you a couple fries short of Happy Meal for sure. Like, I'm not even about to fucking entertain this no more. And it was the realization I had when my ex, literally, you know, on my most recent very ghetto situation that has happened to me, getting a man's perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, of course, your friends gonna step. They gonna ride out. Like, fuck this girl. Like, this, that, and the third. Fuck her. Turn up on that bitch. But like my ex, who is one of my very good friends now, that's my homie. He like, why you entertaining this shit? You look like a clown. That's what he told me. Sometimes you look like a clown.
You
Like
need that subtle
no,
response.
you do. Like
from
he said it
somebody.
just like that. Like this is clowned out. Like this is
Yeah.
beneath you. Like bitch, what are you doing? Like
But
why
it
are you
don't feel like that
entertaining
in the
this
moment. It's
shit?
like
It don't.
you're
But when he
coming
said that, I
for
snapped
me.
out of that shit for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, he like, that's some clown shit right there. And you look like you just joined the circus. And I'm gonna need you to leave the circus immediately. Cause why are you? He like he told you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. What the fuck you sitting up here arguing, going back and forth with anybody about? Like you know who you are.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
please
oh, you're
tell these
right.
young moms, girl.
Oh, you're right.
please.
Cause I mean, let's be clear. I'm 23. I'm still a young mom, young and turned. Like I said,
Don't forget the turn.
don't forget the turn. So, you know, we young. We still gonna throw our emotions. Like, you not really fully developed until you like 25.
You not.
You not. So it's like you gonna, especially when you get yourself in a situation where you weren't planning to have a child with somebody, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be drama. It's gonna be unresolved feelings. It's gonna be beef. It's gonna be all of these negative emotions. As much as there is positive emotions. But in those negative emotions, you really do have to remind yourself that this is temporary. Like, whatever it is, this shit not gonna last. And not let your emotions get the best of you. Because if you do, that can fuck you up. Like, long term. It's like, okay, now I snapped on you and I said this shit and we about to be into it for a while. Like, we not gonna look at each other the same. You ain't never gonna forgive me for this. And I'm a grudge holding ass bitch. I'm not forgiving you for nothing. Stand on it.
And
whatever
it's like,
you
it feels good in a moment. But
yeah,
long
like,
term,
and it's like long term, it's like,
it.
yeah, damn, I wish I didn't say that. Like, I shouldn't have violated you like that. It was, you know what it never was? That's serious. It was never that serious.
Because I can violate.
I can violate a motherfucker. Like, if words could kill, I would have murked a couple motherfuckers.
I love reading my responses
okay,
back.
I be sitting there like, ate that shit. You got that bitch together. Like, what? Like, bitch ain't got nothing to say. And then, you know, my favorite thing is to eat a bitch up and block them.
Yeah.
You can't even say nothing back to me now.
Yeah.
I ate you up. Now you just got to sit there and be mad. Because you can't even say nothing back to me right now. Because I done ate your ass up and now you blocked. Want. Like, that's
But I know that's not ideal.
No.
To just be sitting here being combative, having women come at you sideways, stuff come out the woodwork.
You know, a bitch could come at me sideways because I'm going to come at you straight up. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna come at me sideways.
Yeah.
And we could do this. I be telling me you can do this the easy way. We can do this the hard way. I ain't never had a bitch eat me up. What they say, send me your baddest bitch.
Yeah.
Okay? Send me your baddest bitch. And you know, it's not just gonna be me who eats you up. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be this person. Say something slick if you want to. All my friends about to jump in it now. And you know, thankfully, I don't know, some of y'all women don't have good communities, don't have good villages, because the way my friends jump in some beef instantly, my beef, they beef damn near. They beef my beef. I done ate some bitches up and it's like, where are your friends, sister? Because
not sister.
you was getting attacked out here. Like, it's to the point like, friend, stop. That's all. Stop. You eating this bitch up just a little too good right now. Save some.
I think that's just passion driven too. You know, a lot of people don't like seeing people in their lives hurt or going through certain things.
It's like, you're not going to disrespect my friend and expect me not to jump in it. Like, all my friends could carry their own weight. But when you start getting a little too disrespectful, it's like, hi.
Because we've had conversations and I've seen messages and read or heard things that you have told me. They do be trying to take it there. And it's like certain things, it's not off limits. I mean, it is off limits. You
Absolutely.
shouldn't be saying
yeah, certain shit you
like
shouldn't say ever, never, ever, never, ever. And that's when, like, it's only to the point where when my friends jump in when somebody try to, like, speak ill on my health or something like that, speak ill on your kid, I would, like, I don't even have to have my friends jump in, because you speak ill on me if you want to. You say something too crazy to me if you want to. We can get off Instagram, we can get off the text messages, and we can get in the field. Like, but my friends be like, oh, okay, like, if you want to go there, we can go there. Like, we can line it up at the end of the day, because you could direct that shit over to me. Because, you know, it's always a petty bitch somewhere that's going to try to take a super duper low dig about you. Like, a bitch don't want to talk about your health or want to talk, oh, that's why your baby daddy did this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. You know what? That don't hurt my feelings, sis. If you want to hurt my feelings, talk shit about my mama. Like, that's what you need to do. Like, that's because that's not going to hurt my feelings. Yeah. Like, you know, I live my everyday life. I live in my truth. It ain't shit that you could say to me that's going to hurt my feelings for real.
Stop playing both sides.
Stop pillow talking.
Stop going over to that girl's house.
Talking shit.
Telling her she shouldn't know what's going on in your household.
And that really is the problem. I'm a girl's girl. I do pride myself on being a girl's girl.
All for the women.
I'm a girl's girl, but I'm also a bitch's bitch. So therefore, like, I could be a girl's girl, but if you want to try me, I could be a bitch too. Like, we could take it there if you want to go there, because, you know, some of these young ladies, unfortunately, are very much delusional. Like, they're very much have low worth, low sense of self, low sense of self-esteem. And it's like, I hate to see you go through it. Been there, though. Like, I've been there. I don't judge no woman for what they're going through behind any man. I've been there. I've had an emotionally abusive situation. I know what it's like for a man to really have power and control over your emotions. And thankfully, I done rose the fuck about that shit. And now it's just like, oh, okay. Like,
and it can be extremely hard being cross-country.
Away from your village. Away from your village. Don't do it. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Don't let no man isolate you from your people. Don't let no man have you cooped up in the house, not talking to your family, your friends and shit. Because that's signs of abuse. I'm going to tell you that right now. Signs of psychological abuse. And it ain't worth it, and it's not going to end well.
It's the difference between solitude and isolation.
Yes.
Fine line.
Very fine line.
Big difference.
Like, are you a homebody? Or is this nigga making you a homebody? Are you stuck?
Making you out.
Okay, like, can you not leave your home? It's a difference.
It's a big
difference. And I try. I've been there. Like, I'm 23, but I done been through some of the worst shit imaginable. Especially when it came to relationships, just because at the time, you know, when we growing up, you want to be this ride or die. You always hear about this ride or die ass bitch. You supposed to go through hell and shit fire behind a nigga. No, you're not. You're not supposed to go through hell and shit fire behind a nigga. You supposed to love yourself way more than to let a nigga drag you through the mud. And that's what, even though my mom taught me that, I'm not going to lie. My mom always taught me, don't never let a man put their hands on you. Don't never let a man, like, at first sign of a red flag, you run. But they don't tell you that it could be slow. It could build up real slow. Like, oh, okay, like, this is some little shit. I can deal with this. Little shit snowballs into big shit over time. And before next thing you know, it get bad. Like, one day you wake up and it get bad, and it's like, you ain't smiled in 6 months.
And you stuck. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do.
And then don't let you get pregnant. And then you stuck for life.
Yeah.
And it's very permanent.
I really don't think people understand it. Moms and non-moms. Like,
yeah. Like, don't get yourself and put yourself first. Like, and it be sad, like, seeing young girls And I know that's how bitches was looking at me. Like, damn, bitch, you too young to be this slow. Like, I know people was looking at me like that when it was me. Like, when I was going back and forth, getting into it with other girls and stuff behind a nigga. Like, because the one thing about me, I'ma find out. Like, I'm gonna get my answer
Girl,
to the
I'm
question.
top-notch FBI.
Okay? Like,
Send
they
them
need
my
to
way.
hire me to, I'm a fed for real.
Send them
like,
my way.
I'm gonna find out. So it's like, you be ready to go to war behind the world about a nigga. Go to war with that nigga and leave him alone. That's really what I've learned.
That's
or
the
either
real
go
tea.
to war with
That's
that
the
nigga
real
and leave him
tea.
alone. Because if a man really loves or cares about you, they will not have you going to war with no bitches. It wouldn't be no bitches involved. And it's like being young, you don't realize that. Like, okay, nah, this nigga's not slow. He's disrespectful. Like, this is not just a young man being a young man. Like, oh, he's young and dumb. No, he's young and disrespectful, and he think he could play with you. And as long as you stick around, as soon as a man find out you a dummy, they gonna really take it there. They gonna drag it out. Like, oh, she folding?
Yeah.
Bet.
You know,
like,
I was telling you about that. Like, one of my clients, young girl, 22, real cute. Hair always done. Nails always done. Toes.
She got it going on for herself.
And she was crying after our session because she like, I just, I don't know what to do. I can't leave. No kids. But he has a child. No kids. And
that pissed me off for her.
I'm trying to get to the point of what is keeping you in this situation. I don't have a car. I can't get to and from work without him. It's like they try to control
everything. Yes,
every aspect.
So
of it.
You are reliant
he knows
on them.
That you're young, you're pretty. You can up and go. You can do what you want. But because he got that little leverage over you. That's a good manipulative tactic.
No,
to
it
use.
Absolutely
and now
is.
You looped in. Now you hated yourself. Now you don't want to go out. You don't want to be
baby,
around friends and
a
family.
man can make you hate yourself. Like, a man can make you hate yourself, not think you are the ugliest bitch in the world. Like, a nigga turn you up if you let him. And my mom used to always tell me, never let a nigga knock you off your square. And that's like some words of wisdom that I can give to young women. If you are young, whether you have children, whether you don't have children, if you have something going for yourself, stay with that. Because at the end of the day, that will be the thing that you can love the most, the thing that you can rely on the most, the thing that you can control the most is whatever the fuck it is that you have going on for yourself. Do not ever lean back on a man. Do not ever give up your career for a man. Don't give up school for a man. Don't move across the country for a man. Don't do shit for a man.
Please don't move cross country.
Don't do it.
Like, I know y'all see women and everybody on social media living this lavish lifestyle.
Social media is a facade. Don't do it.
It's not really like that. It's not. So tough being out here with no family. No family. And I say no friends and no family because I automatically think of no friends as your home friends, your Chicago friends. Like,
the people you grew up with.
We have friends.
Yeah, like the people you know, like you grew up with, like your closest people. But being out here
with no friends and no family is so hard mentally. And I see so many people talking about, I just want to take that leap. I just want to move. I can't wait to start over. Granted, that's good because Chicago is probably one of the worst cities to continue to build yourself in certain aspects. If you already don't have something aligned for yourself, right? But just that jump cross country, man, you got to be financially, mentally, kind of emotionally ready.
Very emotionally
and even then,
ready.
You won't even fully be all of that. You have to figure it out as you go. It's not gonna come easy.
It's not, and it's really hard.
At 23,
and people are fucking weird too.
At
so
23,
it's like, whew,
yeah,
you got to get up and get out there. Like, the only person I knew when I came out here was my ex. And we weren't together at the time either. But like I said, that's my homie. That's been my road dog. And he put me on to like just a lot of stuff. Like, he really wanted to, he's always been the person who wanted to see me succeed. Like, no matter what terms we on, we cool, bad terms, never wish no bad on me, nothing. And the reason I came out here, it was supposed to be temporary. But then I ended up, making friends, and it became, okay, like, I'm outside my environment now. Like, I feel safe. Like, it's certain shit I don't have to worry about. Like, I don't have to walk up and down the street and look over my fucking shoulder.
That transition was so hard. Man, when I first got out here, I'm in every spot, like,
head on a swivel.
Get up and dance. No, good. Go ahead.
It's like you don't have to worry about that. And you would think you would, because this is an open carry state.
It's so
everybody
freeing,
keep a pole on them. I got a pole on me. Like, it's like, but you don't have to worry about that stuff. Like, I've never been concerned about going to a function and thinking it's going to get shot up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I think everyone should experience this in their 20s.
Yeah, like that
Up
feeling
and
of
leave your
feeling
whole
safe.
town. Move cross country. Do it.
Like,
Take
yes.
the leap.
Do it. Like, while you young.
While you're young. You probably won't have everything aligned,
Mhm.
but you should have some things aligned.
I didn't have
before
shit
you-
aligned. I will be honest with you, I didn't have nothing aligned. I was a nail tech. This was before being a nail tech was popular, before being a young Black nail tech was popular, which I'm so happy that it's popular now, because I was like, okay, I used to do makeup in high school. I'm like, okay, I want to shift into something else. And nails, I like art. Nails took like a nice little turn for me. And when I came out here, like, that was my ex was like, you can make money out here because these motherfuckers out here don't know how to do nails. Like, it's not nail techs out here.
Yeah, it's not like Chicago,
Back at home,
Atlanta.
yeah, like,
that demographic.
You know what I'm saying? But even then, when I was 18, I was
stuff.
23. Now, this was 5 years ago. So, like, people wasn't just popping out doing nail. Like, it was like a couple handful of nail techs back at home. Like, Polka Dot.
I got my nails done by her
Polka Dot.
twice.
Mook.
You know what's crazy? I was looking for her social media. I couldn't think of her name.
Polka Dot. But she like one of the OGs back at home.
Very raw.
I don't know if her name is Mook or Mookie. Her name Nail Fanatic though. And like them, like those was like two Black young nail techs that I had.
Was turned.
Yeah, they was turned. Like, I'm like, I want to be like them.
2016, 2017
like
era.
They've been doing this
granted,
shit.
they still are, but
yes,
they
are.
started it off.
Yeah,
so
like those
was
was the people that back at home who I wanted to be like. And it's like, I don't see too many young Black girls out here getting to this bag specifically. So it's like, okay, now I'm about to go to Arizona because it's a different demographic. You can make more money.
Mm-hmm.
They used to go on to Scottsdale, these trash ass salons or whatever, and paying $50, $60, $70 for no chip, short no chip. It's like, oh, okay, that's a stain. Like, that's a lick. I could do that easy peasy in my sleep. So it's like, that's what I came out here for. It was like a business opportunity.
Make a living for yourself.
To just really get into my career. And I stayed. Like, I stayed. I didn't expect to have like friends and end up like meeting somebody and falling in love and having this like whole different life out here. That was not the plan at all. At all.
Well, life takes a turn.
Baby, life be lifing. But
yeah.
It's like, yeah, like I did. And I'm blessed for the experience because it's like, when I go back home, it's like, okay, it just reassures me that home humbles me.
I made
truly.
the right decision.
Yeah, like home humbles me. But it's like, I love home. But there's very few ways that I would want to comfortably move back to the city of Chicago.
Yeah, I can't do it. When I had all that I had going on last month with my mental health stuff, I my mom like, Maya, come back, just come back, come back and live with me and your dad again, or we'll get you an apartment, we'll do this, like whatever it takes just to make sure you're okay. And despite everything that I was going through, I was like, I'm not leaving. Like, I don't care what I have going on. I can't leave Arizona.
I do everything in my power not to go back home.
Can't.
Like, it's really that deep. And it's not that I love home. I love my friends. I love my family. But then when I be thinking that's what I need too. That's what I want. That's what I need. I need to go back home. I need to be around my people.
Oh, I got a good friend that be telling me, Maya, sit your ass down. Stop coming back out here.
Girl, and it's like, then I get out there and it's like,
y'all still doing the same shit.
I want to go back. Like,
yeah, I'm ready to go.
I was tweaking. Like, okay. Like, I got my fix. I'm ready to bounce out now. Like, and my cousin said it all the time. She like, you don't know whether you want to be here. You don't know whether you want to be in Arizona.
You know how many flights I was catching out there. Look,
girl, you was out there every other week.
So I said,
I'm like, damn.
Shout out to Jalen for getting me on point. He like, sit down. There's so much going for you that you have going for yourself in Arizona. Like, but I was in that mindset. Like, I have this attachment to home. I have to be home.
Love home.
I have to be around my people. I have to be,
because you feel like you missing out on something.
In my environment, around my people. Like, I need to see people that look like me.
For real.
I miss the food. I miss the vibes.
Not just people that look like you, but act like you.
That act like me.
Because we be out here, but motherfuckers don't act like us. And it's like being from not just Chicago, being from the Midwest in general. You know how many people that told me, oh, you're aggressive. This just how I talk. Like, this just how I am. We don't mean any harm. This just who we are. You know what I'm saying? I've heard so many people say, like, the black women out here are not super friendly, not super inviting. Like, I have other friends that are from Chicago that are out here who just felt like the vibe on the West Coast, people are not very inviting. People are not very friendly. And we from a real aggressive ass part of the country. So if we feel like you motherfuckers not friendly, y'all not friendly.
Yeah,
It's some nut shit going
yeah.
on for sure. So it's like, okay, now I'm turned off. I don't want to go out and try to make friends or be outside. Like, because even the black people don't feel like it's home. I want to go home. Like, I want to be with my people. And
that's all it is. You want to be around
my people, like-minded people. And it's like, okay, then you go home and it's like, yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going back now.
It definitely took me some months, and my friend Jalen really instilling in me, like, just stay out there. Like, it's nothing back home for you. And I couldn't grasp that at first. I'm like, yes, it is. I can do my therapy stuff out there. My family, I can move back home.
My community.
Yeah, my community. But like, as I've been out here consistently, I haven't flown home once this year. Can you believe that, girl?
I can't,
Not
actually.
one time. Just my time sitting out here, I've been able to like sit with my thoughts, and it resonates with me. Like, it's really nothing back home for me. But I at least know it's a plane ride. It's a plane ride away.
Like, family will always be there.
Yeah.
Phone call, plane ride. Hell, it's 25-hour drive if you really desperate.
Won't catch me.
Really desperate. But
Won't catch me.
I tried it once. I made it to New Mexico and I turned around.
No, you didn't.
10 hours. Yeah, like I'm packing up and I'm going home.
No.
Like literally, I called Iman. Mind you, you're supposed to, like, when you take trips like that, you're supposed to go at like 6 a.m. I decided to get my ass on the road at like 11, 12. I'm like, I'm going home. Like, I'm going home. She called me. She like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
No.
I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm going home. What do you mean? I'm going home. I'm in Chicago.
It's about 10 hours and I done made it back.
I made it across the New Mexican goddamn border. I said, well, I don't feel good. Like, I ain't ate shit. I just impulsive. Just making impulsive, dumbass decisions. Turn my ass right back around. Almost hit a deer. I ain't stopped in a sundown town where it ain't feel real friendly.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I made it back home like 11 o'clock. I said, shit, I ain't never doing that shit again. Bitch,
my friend Paris would make that drive all the time. She from back home, and then she moved out here. She would make her little 24, 25. Some people, okay, they could get on the road
takes 2-3 hours. Not me, baby. My legs was falling asleep. I'm like, I'm about to crash out.
I'm cool on this side.
Let me just go ahead and get on the plane.
Get on the plane.
You know what? I could hire some movers and y'all could ship all of this shit back, and I'm gonna go on this 3.5 hour flight.
I love this West Coast living. I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't either.
It gets lonely. It can. It does.
And I think the lonely part is where it feels like hell. Like where it feels like shit. Like I don't want to be out here no more because I'm lonely. I'm in my feelings. I'm depressed. But it's like when you be out with your friends and you be saying, it's like, oh, okay, life is worth living. Like
it's just adapting to change, trying to just get used to it. That this is my
schedule.
Life now.
Yeah, like shit is different. We not kids anymore. Like we not going back to 2018. We not going back to freshman year of
Summer
college.
16.
Yeah, like you know everybody's still talking about summer 16 was the best.
That was 30
shit.
years ago.
Okay, shit. That was damn near 10 years ago. You need to let it go. So it's like, yeah, like we grown now. Like, and it's hard to, we're the new adults. Like, it's hard to adapt to the fact that we're the new adults.
That's what I was going to say. Making new connections and memories and bonds.
And I don't think a lot of people, because we went through COVID, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to make connections now. Like, shit got weird and murky for a second. Now
we missed a year or two.
That's why I don't even feel like how I'm about to be 24.
I just told my mom on the phone earlier, girl, I'm pushing 30. She like,
all right
shut
now,
up.
Not too much. Because if you pushing 30, that means I'm pushing 30. Like, all right.
I love to say
somebody said that to me today. I'm sitting up there talking. They're like, yeah, you 24, ain't you? Not yet.
Don't add it.
Not
Don't
yet.
Don't add it all.
Soon. Like, relax. You're aging me. Like, not yet. Shit, that because when you hit 24, then you about to hit 25. And then every year after 25 is pre-30. It's like you 30. Knocking on the motherfucking door at 30. I'm like, damn, time is flying. And imagine, I got a whole fucking kid too. So it's like, damn, I'm grown as fuck. Like, I am an adult for real. Like, god damn, I wake up next to him like,
it's just me and you.
I gotta make sure you eat breakfast. Like, what you want for breakfast, Stink? Like, oh, hi.
I couldn't even, like, you just sitting here, because we talk so much, but sitting here and getting in-depth perspective about it, I didn't realize all that came with motherhood like this. Like you said, like I can't give you back, because if I'm holding your baby and I had a little, here you go.
It's like, okay,
I'm done.
Imagine I ain't grow up around a lot of kids. I have 2 younger cousins, two of them. I loved them so much. They were like the perfect little kids to me. Girl, I had this chaotic ass baby. I don't know why I thought my baby was gonna be the baby that was gonna be so calm, cool, and collect, giving me and his father. I was dead the fuck wrong. Like, I was so wrong. And like, just given my pregnancy, you know, like your pregnancy and the stress, your children inherit that stress and
And
whatever feelings and
you
emotions.
say you experienced prenatal depression.
Depression,
Okay.
which is some deep shit that people don't talk about. You know, people don't want to go to therapy about shit like that because they start, you know, watching your ass. It's like, oh, okay, like, bitch, you suicidal. And if you suicidal, you need to be on some medication. If not, you might not be a fit parent. You know, I went through prenatal and postpartum.
And those unhealthy thoughts or feelings are
Baby, them
okay.
intrusive thoughts, they get you.
It's okay to experience
And my
that
cousin
too.
told me, she like, you know, but know when to get help. Like, know when it's like, okay, I'm about to
too
throw myself.
much. Yeah.
She was like, I was driving on the damn bridge one day. It's like, damn, I should drive off this motherfucker. She was like, all right, it's time to get help.
Kind of.
Yeah, all right. Like,
intrusive
it's time to get
yeah.
help. I need to go talk to somebody. I need to go talk to the lady.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, no, if you don't have nobody around you when you are going through any type of depression, whether that's prenatal, postpartum, just the regular depression of life, it shit get murky. Like, it's like, okay, I don't have a will to live no more. Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? And you could get lost. Like, momhood, that's what momhood is sometimes. It's like, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Like, what am I here for now? I don't even feel like myself anymore. And it's like, you have to have people around you who remind you who the fuck you are.
Because I've noticed that sometimes the child, that isn't just enough, especially experiencing that kind of depression. Like, you know, I wake up, I see your face, that gives me some sort of willpower. But
yeah, like, I gotta keep it pushing for you.
Enough.
But it's like, damn, I need something for me. Like, you need to have a life outside of motherhood. You need to go out, get drunk, get fucked up with your friends. Like, you have to do that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Life should not stop when you become a parent. Like, these men's life don't stop. They life keep going.
It's just the need for good balance and priority.
Yeah, like, of course, you need to be, maybe 70% of the time, you need to be young and turned with a good mom. Then that other 30% is like young and turned. Let's get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be a nice little healthy balance there where you can still, if you want to go to school, you go to school. If you want to work out, work out. If you want to go out to eat with your friends, go out to eat with your friends. That's why it's important to have a support system, because you need somebody to watch that child. You know, me not having a support system, my son is very clingy, you know. My son is very, very clingy. He's very, very, very attached to me. So it's like, because he didn't see his other family members when we went to Chicago, it's like, okay, like, there are other people in the house now. Like, oh, I have cousins and I have aunts and stuff like that. My grandmother's here. And it's like, being here, it's like, it's my mama and my daddy.
Yeah, people really got to think on that, on their own situations like that, and being so far away just from the norm of what you're used to.
And traveling with a kid ain't fucking lit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not lit. It's not fun. And you know, people hate when people bring children on the plane. So like, it's just not fun. And trust me, you think you hate it. I hate it even more.
Oh yeah.
I'm even more tired. You think you don't like me? I don't like me neither. Like, okay, like, I don't want to bring this little baby on the plane either.
This is such good, like, advice and help for not even just moms, people who aren't moms. Like, you can take from this and just be like, damn, I probably don't want this, or I don't want this for my life or for myself.
I saw a TikTok that said that, you know, where people be like, oh, I'm gonna have my kids young so that when I'm older, I can, you know, live my life. I can be cool. And then you got the people who's like, oh, I'm gonna wait to have kids so I can live my life or whatever. And she was like, so it's like, can you not live your life with a kid? And it's like, realistically, like, you can love your child as much as you can, but it will never be anything like not having any kids. Like, you can't go back. It's no coming back from that. Once you have this child, you have this child forever. And you gotta really, that's a big decision. It's a big responsibility. This is the whole person's life in your hands. It's not about you. Like, it's the whole person's life in your hands. It's so much shit that you have. Most people don't even know most people don't even have health insurance. How you gonna get health insurance for this kid? You don't even have health insurance. Like, that's something I talked to somebody about. Like, you don't even have health insurance. You have to think about shit like that. You don't know how to go get your child's social security card, your child's birth certificate. Like, you got to take them to the doctor.
They just want to lay up and do the do.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we can have this baby. It's so much
Yeah.
that goes into having a kid for real. And I was never one of the people who was thirsty to have a fucking kid. It was never me. I knew having a kid was a lot. I knew it. Hell, I got pregnant on birth control. Like, I was never one of them people who's like, yeah, I can't wait to be a fucking mom. I'm like, no, I can wait. That was because I grew up around single mothers. Like, I knew having a kid is not easy at all. And I grew up, thankfully, my cousin was she was the epitome of what a mother should be to me, and still is to this day. Like, that was my role model. That was my example on what a true mother who loves you unconditionally should look like. And for her, she run herself rugged. Like, my younger cousins are 12 and 14. She runs herself to the ground. She's a nurse. She worked 12-hour shifts. Sometimes she worked doubles, like back to back, 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts. And on her off day, she up. She up early as fuck, 8 a.m. All right, y'all want to go get y'all nails done today? Y'all want to go do something today? Let's go to Walmart. Let's go to Ross. Let's go here. Let's go there. It don't stop. Like, it's like she don't have no time for herself, but she invests so much into her kids. And I admire that because they love their mom. Like, mommy is a superwoman as far as I'm concerned. Like, mommy, I can depend on her. But it's like, damn, you don't have no time for you, for real, outside of being a mom. You a mom, you a nurse, you take care of everybody. When do you get to take care of yourself? And it's like, damn, is that going to be my life? That's how I be looking like that can't be my life. Now, don't get me wrong. My cousin is turned. She's turned. It's a bad bitch. But it's like, damn, she be exhausted. And that make me feel for her sometimes. Because it's like, when is she going to have her moment where she can just have her moment? Like, where she could breathe and not have to worry about every fucking body else. Because this is my cousin who's the rock of our family. So when anybody needs something, anybody got a problem, they go to her. And she's going to jump at the opportunity to be there for somebody, to be a part of somebody's community. Like, that's my cousin. Like, okay, you don't got no community, you got family. She always tell me, you got family. You not one of the people who out there who don't have no family. Bring your ass home. You got family. You got people that love you. You got people that care about you and this baby. Like, you're not alone. That's my step-in baby daddy when I'm at home. She's Cree's father when I'm at home. Okay, that's what she call it. That's her. She's my baby daddy when I'm at home. She take care of everything. And, I love her so much for that. And it's like, I hope to be just a fraction of that type of mother when I'm older. I hope to give my child that much guidance and pay attention to them and be self-aware and just do everything and be everything for him, because not everybody grew up with parents like that. I want to be that parent for my child that he knows, okay, I'm safe no matter what. Like, I got my mama. Yeah. I have my dad. I have my family. I have somewhere to go. I'm not alone in this world. And I feel like that shit is important. Don't have a child if you cannot. If you have any type of baggage, if you really are fucked up.
Wait, child, listen to this one.
If you are fucked up mentally in the head right now, a baby is not going to fix it. Some of y'all think that a baby is going to keep a man.
Save your relationship. It ain't.
It is not. It's going to tear that motherfucker apart even quicker. Because you wasn't supposed to be in it anyway. It's not, do not have a baby if you are fucked up. Like, because all you going to do is fuck up this little person's life. And it ain't shit to play with. A little child's life is nothing to play with. So don't have a baby if you're at the lowest moment in your life at the moment. And when I had my son, I'm not going to lie, I was at the lowest moment of my life. But I knew you got to get your shit together. Like, because it's not about you no more. Like, this is about this child. Like, you need to be on your P's and your Q's. You need to get it together for real. My son changed my life. Like, a kid make or break you. A lot of people be broken. It made me like, okay, you done been through some shit, but like this you yet to go through the fire for real. Like, it's time to get it together.
And you're in a position to help and tell other people now too. Like,
and people be
coming
to me.
Don't do
it. And I'm not saying don't have kids
at
ever.
All. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying don't ever have children, but like, please be like, wait until you're at your best. What you feel as if your best is before you decide. Because you could be at your best right now and then boom, have a child and you can experience postpartum depression.
Still, yeah.
That shit life comes at you fast. That shit could knock you off your feet.
Especially if you experience depression as is as well.
And they tell you that at the hospital. They tell you if you are a victim of sexual assault, if you are a victim of prior depression, have a community, because postpartum is like 10 times more likely to affect you. Like, you're way more likely to go through it. So it's like you have to make sure that you are mentally in a state where you can, okay, take care of this kid. You're financially in a state.
Emphasis on that one.
Emphasis, because I don't know what the hell. If you can't afford an abortion, you can't afford a baby. If y'all didn't know, like
side eye,
like if you can't motherfucking afford an abortion,
don't bring that. Baby.
You don't need to have that fucking child. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that. Do you know how much fucking diapers are? I don't, because I don't buy them. However, exactly, I don't know how much diapers cost. I went on Amazon the other day. I saw a pack for $50. I said, "Oh God!" Like, and I need about 2-3 of them a month. Yep. Like, shit, if you ain't got $500 for that pill, baby.
Words of wisdom, y'all.
You ain't gonna have $500 a month for formula and diapers and them little food pouches, bibs, and all the other shit that you gotta goddamn do for a fucking kid. Don't have one. And I know people be like, "Oh, that's fucked up to say." No, that's the reality of the situation, because this shit gets real fucking quick, and they grow. You got to get them clothes. You got to. It's always something. Yeah. Like, it's always something. Yeah. You look up. You spend all this money. You look up. You got to spend some more motherfucking money. It's always something.
And my mom has always told me, parenting doesn't necessarily stop at 18. I still get help from her and my dad. I'm gonna be 24. And there's times where I've fallen short, or I just can't be sustainable out here, and I'm asking them for their help and assistance. And once again, I am 20.
And it should be like that. Y'all. Don't ever feel bad for relying on your parents. That is a blessing. That's a blessing, because it stopped at 17 for me. I was right before my 18th birthday. I literally was out here on my own. I've been on my own since I was almost 18. So it's like, when I see y'all, when I see you mine, like, see how much y'all rely on your parents, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be my fucking kid one day. Like, I'm gonna be out living my life, and hear this little boy call me, I need $500.
And I'm glad you said that, because some people fault people for that. But you're like, no, I want to be like that.
Absolutely. Like, I don't feel like kid. If my biggest goal in life, no matter if I only make 2 bands a month. If this is a hypothetical, that is not my situation. Okay. But like, if I was at like my brokest, my poorest, I'm gonna put some money to the side every month for my son. Because when he's 18 and he has the choice to go to college, don't go to college. He's gonna have choices. He's gonna have money put to the side. That's the biggest goal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had generational wealth. I ain't had shit get passed down to me. I was very unprepared in life. I got thrown out into the world. It was sink or swim for me. And thankfully, I fucking swam. But I want my son to have options, to have choices. Okay, I want to take a gap year. Yeah. Okay, I want to go to college. What college can I go to? You can go to any college. The world is his fucking oyster, as far as I'm concerned. He's going to be able to do whatever the fuck it is that he want to do. And I'm going to set him up and put him in the position to where he's not going to need to call me much except for the emotional support, because financially you're going to be set. Like, that's how you create generational wealth. That. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, that's important to me and his father. Like, you're going to have something to get passed down to
everyone doesn't.
Everyone doesn't. Like they say, I ain't come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family got to come from me, because I'm not throwing him out in the world with nothing, talking about get it out the mud, get it on your own. Why the fuck would I do that?
People bash people all the time. You still 22 living at home. So? And
because I can.
Because they can. They're able to.
I can. My parents love me. Like, that's what I be like, y'all mad because these people.
And black people gotta break free from that mindset.
Struggle. The struggle,
it's okay.
Baby. Black people, free yourself from the motherfucking shackles of thinking you have to hustle. This hustle mentality. I don't want to hustle. I don't want to work. I don't work. I don't want to hustle. I don't want to motherfucking work. I don't want to wake up. Like, that's one thing me and my ex, we to this day, we bump heads about it. Because it's like, he's so old. Hustle. Like, my kids is going to hustle. This, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. For what, nigga? You hustling.
Yeah.
You're hustling right now.
I get having a work ethic.
No, that's what I'm saying. A work ethic, but like, I ain't making my son get shit out the mud. If you call him silver spoon, gold spoon, whatever, he's not gonna be an ungrateful little bastard. That's what he's not gonna be one of them kids you give everything to and they don't know the meaning of nothing because they just have everything handed to him. Yeah. No, he's gonna grow up with strong morals, strong values, strong principle. I'm raising my son to be a man, and a good one at that. A stable one at that. I'm not raising him to have
and ladies,
trauma.
You can't do it alone.
You
Okay?
cannot.
You these little boys, they need their fathers.
They need their
They
fathers
need
or
their
some type of
fathers.
father
Or some
figure.
type of father figure. Don't try to take on the world by yourself.
Please, because it's not, as a woman, you can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't know what it's like to be a man. I have no idea what it's like to be a man. So I have men in my life very strong. Even if his father wasn't around, I have so many men who will take him under
Take
his
him
wing
in, yep.
when
Show
it's
him
the
the
time.
ropes,
You know what I'm
yep.
saying? He has a godfather who loves him dearly, cousins who love him dearly, so many
Yeah.
people who step up to the fucking plate when it's that time. So it's like I never was tripping, never concerned. I can only do my part as a mother not to instill in him my emotional trauma. Because that's big. And I feel like a lot of Black moms do push off their emotional traumas on their kids, especially their sons.
They
That
do.
emotional incest is some deep shit. Like, my son is not my man. That's my son.
Yeah. I hope y'all listen to
My son is not my man.
Yeah.
That's my son.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not raising him on some, I don't focus on, you know, people be weird. Like, oh, they be focused on who they son gonna date and this, that, and the third. And I can't wait for my son. Yeah, I don't focus on none of that shit. He gonna do whatever the fuck it is he wanna do. I'm just trying to make sure he's a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to make sure he's a good person. And he's mentally aware, he's emotionally stable. I don't want my son to ever have to deal with struggle. I want him to be a kid for as long as he could be a kid. I don't want him to look at me and be like, oh, I have to take on these adult feelings. Like, I have to tiptoe around my mom. Nothing. I want him to have the best, most quality, high quality life possible. That's the only goal at the end of the day. And it's like, having a kid, that's what the fuck you should be thinking of. I don't be thinking about going to the club. I ain't posted up at 11:11. Like, I'm not motherfucking buying, smoking hookah and doing all of that shit. I'm not wasting money like that. Now, I do have me a couple designer bags. That's my vice. But
and she might do a little glass of wine.
You know, here and there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I'm popping out.
Little something.
But yeah, like, I don't focus on, I don't fuck off on money no more like that. Because it's like, yeah, it's always something I could buy for my son. He got all the toys. He has all everything. He don't play with them, but they're there. He has options. You know, he has a room. He don't sleep in it. He sleeps with me, but he has the option. And it's shit like that was important to me. Like, I was breaking my back while I was pregnant. Like, oh, my son is going to grow up in a good fucking environment. I was, for no reason, I'm paying $2,200-$2,300 fucking rent in Tempe for a 2-bedroom. This is a newborn. Your newborn is going to sleep with you. I was so ridiculous, like, looking back on it. But like that, my son is not going to have the life that I had. Yeah. Like, mentality was so strong on me that I'm like, no, like, I don't give a fuck what sacrifices it take. He's going to have way better than I had.
And it'll just help him in the long run. When
Literally.
he gets older and he decides to have children. So
he's going, and I can't wait. He's going to turn up for his kids because I'm turning up for him.
You're implementing good skills.
Absolutely. Community, love, all of the shit that he needs to be. Now, if he turned out fucked up, y'all, it's not me. I swear. I did the best I could. Y'all hear all of it? I swear. Yeah. But I'm like, that's what I know.
You're doing good. I definitely
because I ain't had I didn't have an example other than my cousin on what a parent is supposed to be for real. Like, my mom held shit down. I will always respect my mom because my mom did the best she could with what she had. She made shit shake with what she had. But she didn't have, like, my dad wasn't really there. Like, he was there, but he wasn't there. He was one of those parents. Like, he was there. I knew him. I could call him up. Text him. FaceTime me. Yeah, I could ask him for money. You know what I'm saying? He'll slide me some money. It's a couple dollars. But, you know, like, he wasn't emotionally involved. Yeah. You know, and I had other siblings, too, that I didn't know. Did know, didn't know, you know, just all over the place, a mess. And I felt like, you know, my mom growing up, being a mother, a single mother of two, that shit, like, really, she was so busy trying to grind, getting all these fucking degrees, trying to get in these higher positions, trying to be able to financially hold it down, that the emotion wasn't there. And it was some type of resentment. Like, okay, like, I'm out here busting my fucking ass every day, trying to be a mom. You know, as a kid, I resented the fuck out of her for that shit. Like, it's like, damn, because I didn't feel like my mama was there neither. Like, I only had my grandmother, I had my sister. Like, those were the two people that I saw the most because my mom was always gone. She was working. She was at school for like 10 years of my life. And it's like, she was doing all of that for us. Like, doing all of that for, if we was broke, I didn't know. If we was poor, I didn't know. But emotionally, she was not there for us. the way that I would have liked or the way that I needed her to be. And it's not until becoming a mom, it's like, okay, I understand how difficult this shit get, especially when you co-parenting with a motherfucker and
It's
you
like
got
now
all of
you in
these,
the
yeah, like,
shoes. Now I
you know what I'm
see.
saying? Now,
Yeah.
granted, I'm in the shoes and I'm handling it way differently. However, I understand like that need for breaking the fuck down and being mad at the world. And back then it was fucking mental health.
And a
Mental
lot of
health didn't
times
matter.
we look at our moms as just moms,
Yeah,
not
not
as
people.
humans
Yeah,
or
like they're
individuals. They
humans.
have their own experiences.
They
And I
do.
just
They
had to
go through
start doing
shit.
this with my mom recently. Like I had to take her out of that role because we
Mm-hmm.
all play roles in our lives or other people's lives.
You
And I
know?
took her out of that role and I'm like, this is still a person. Like
Yeah, with her
she
own
didn't she
emotions
didn't
and her
she
own
didn't ask
shit.
for none of this, or she probably didn't mean to hurt me
Mm-hmm.
in that manner, but it happened
And
because she's human too.
they don't know better. Like we're all growing every day as people.
Yeah.
Shit's changing. For us, shit is changing. So it's like, they didn't have the resources and the outlets and stuff
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
have now. So it's like I try my best to give my mom grace
Mm.
because I understand. And I appreciate what she did do for me because one thing my mom's gonna make sure is that we had experiences. We were well rounded. I went to Cirque du Soleil. We traveled. We did shit. But like one thing that's very important for me as a mom is to make sure that I'm emotionally available for my kid. Like that it's not ever a time where he feels like I'm not present, where he feels like he can't talk to me about nothing, where he feels like he can't run to me if it's a problem, or I'm going to judge him, or he's scared and he can't call me. I don't ever want him to feel like that. And I definitely had those moments growing up. I didn't have nobody to really go to. My sister was gone. We 10 years apart. So when I'm 17, she's 27, she living her life. That was my best friend at that age. But it's like, when my sister left our house, shit got lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my mom, we was into it. Hating my mom growing up. Like I did not like her at all. She ain't like me neither. Like we ain't like each other.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like when she started following, when her life started, going in a different direction, it's like I pretty much had to step into, okay, like I'm an adult now. Like, okay, I'm working, I'm going to school, I'm doing this, that, and the third. So that's why I ain't want no fucking kids. I ain't really want to be a mom because it seemed like for my mom, motherhood was hell for her. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine what it's like to be a single parent raising two kids on your own and you didn't have the guidance yourself. And you trying to figure this shit out too. And you got two girls who have two totally different personalities. I always had an attitude. I was born like this. So it's like I always gave my mama a run for her fucking money. She could not stand my ass. I was a difficult kid, but I was going through shit. It's not easy growing up without your dad around. It's not easy growing up without feeling like you don't have support. And I was to myself. So it's like now that I'm a mom, it's like, okay, like I have to take my mom's experiences and my own trauma and I have to turn it into a positive thing because if I don't,
And you
I'm a
doing the
fuck
damn
up.
thing.
Yeah, like I'm
like
real
it.
scared of fucking up too. Like, as a parent, you gonna fuck up. But I ain't trying to fuck up super duper bad. Like,
and my mom always make sure she let me know there is no rule book to parenthood. There's no rule book.
You just get in and you do
You
it.
just get in
Even
and
if you
do
read all of them books, that shit's gonna go out the
Yeah.
window. You gonna learn in the field.
Yeah.
Like in any job.
Mhm.
You learn hands-on.
As you go,
As you
yeah.
go. Like it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be moments you feel like an awful fucking parent. Sometimes I feel like the worst mother in the fucking world because I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Which is crazy. I'm with my son 24 hours a day. How the fuck I don't feel like I'm doing enough?
Yeah.
But it's days I'm tired. I'm beat. I don't feel good. I don't have no time for myself. And I never want to take that out on my son. But shit get so hectic so fast. And it's like you have to remember as a mother, give yourself grace. Like always.
Did y'all hear that?
Give yourself grace. Especially if you're doing it all on your own. Like I have nothing but respect for women who are truly doing it all on their own. They don't have nobody to go to. No, their child's father not in the picture. Their family not in the picture. Give yourself grace. You doing the best that you can do.
Gotta commend yourself. You're doing what you can in that moment.
Literally. Too. Like, and you doing it well.
Yeah.
You may not be able to give your child everything that you want for your child in this moment. But that does not mean it will be like that forever. That's just a right now situation. It's
Motivational
temporary.
speaker T.
And it's just you don't learn until you go through it. Like life is hard. And that's why we should give everybody fucking grace. You don't know what the fuck people out here going through. And give people their
flowers while they
here
too. Especially moms. I love my mom friends. Like I just the things that I see you guys still accomplishing as a mom. Mm-hmm. I get in these modes where I'm like,
I don't want to do shit.
I don't do shit.
Okay.
And then I look at a mom friend of mine, and I be like, damn.
You doing a lot.
You really doing it. You doing a lot.
Girl, that's how we looking at my mom friends. Okay, shit. So I got a friend who She stay at home mom, works full fucking time, take her kid. She set up a little play nook, little learning nook in the corner of her house. You know, she really makes shit shake. And it's like, I love that. Like, I love seeing that. It's like, oh my God, you're so resilient. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're so resilient. She doing it on her own, like her mom. And I just love watching my mom friends because it's like, damn, women are some of the strongest people. Like, men don't have shit on women as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, sorry to y'all.
Yeah, y'all don't have shit on women. Like, women are the shit. And I love seeing it. It gives me motivation. It's like, oh, okay, like I'm stepping into my power. Like, it's power in being a mom as far as I'm concerned. You create a life. What Lotto say? You know her name, like Mulatto.
Yeah.
What Lotto say? She say, I love being a mom is the real boss shit. Like, it really is. Cause like you gotta carry the world on your back. And shit get heavy sometimes. It get heavy. You feel like you want to break down. You feel like you want to say fuck this shit. But you can't. You don't have that option.
It's not that easy.
It's not. It's not easy at all. You know? And as a mom, even if you want to say fuck them kids, that's my kid.
Right, because it's still fuck them kids.
It's still fuck them kids. But that not my kid. Just them kids.
Yeah, we love your baby.
You speak for yourself.
I love him.
He's a terrorist.
Love me some him.
He loves him some y'all. And I love that for him.
You've hit some really great points with that. They you know, people need to hear that. People need to know this.
Self-evaluate. Yeah.
Like it's one thing to see it or to be around it, but to just actually hear and get like some real good insight on it.
No, life is ghetto. And that's what I'm gonna tell you. Like, this is some ghetto shit.
We taking one ghetto day at a time.
One ghetto. What Glow say? But that's why I love tomorrow. Cause this shit is ghetto for real. That's a song. That's a song for real. Cause that's why I love tomorrow. The shit maybe ghetto today. It may not be ghetto tomorrow. It may be ghetto tomorrow, but it may not fucking be ghetto tomorrow or next week or the month after that. Like, you just really gotta keep stick around. We'll fucking see. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I make this shit look well too.
You do. You wear motherhood very well.
Do I?
You do.
I like it. I look like a mess.
I like.
No, I mean, everybody. All right, not too fucking much.
No. You wear well. She wears it well.
Yeah, I try. I don't look like this every day. I'll be at home, my motherfucking hair all over my head, looking a goddamn mess, as I should. However, we heavy steppers, so when we step, we step. As far as I'm concerned, y'all keep your fucking heads up.
Yeah,
because it's just fucking therapy.
It is.
It's just funny. Take y'all asses to therapy.
Yep, please
actually,
go talk to the lady, not me.
I think y'all should actually talk to her because, you know, I done had a couple ladies in my day and they ain't really
I ain't
get the job
one.
I ain't Carla.
Oh,
if you watch this, I had two Carlas.
Okay.
But if you watching this, Carla, you could have done a better job with a bitch. Okay. That's all I'm motherfucking saying. You ain't no Amaya, Carla.
Thank you, T. I really appreciate you being here, coming out, talking to me, talking to the girls.
The girls. I love the girls. Yeah. I'm a girl's girl. I want the best for all of us. I want to see every young woman win. Every young mother win.
Yeah.
I want to stop some of y'all from being young mothers as well.
Yes, please.
Don't let a nigga trap you. And I'm so fucking serious. Do not let a nigga trap you. Like, do not let a nigga trap you. This is for life. Because you're going to be at home sad with that baby. Yeah. And he's going to be out there living his life.
Riding around in your car. Because nowhere
I
in
ain't
the Bible.
never ever had no shit like that happen to me.
Nowhere in the Bible did I see Eve like this shit.
I ain't never seen it. Don't even be out here messing with men who don't have no car. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of y'all
I read in the Bible, Eve let Adam take a car.
She ain't did no shit like that. It was Eve who was turning up doing the bad shit, not Adam. Remember that shit. Y'all need to turn up on the pussy ass nigga. That's what you need to do. Okay, don't watch who y'all laying down with. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Don't be having no man who grown 3, 4, 5 years older than you laid up in your motherfucking house being a homosexual.
Ooh. Okay, y'all. That's T.
Don't do it.
But thank you again, T. Yeah.